We still got a big arsenal.
Okay, you heard the news that, on the news, that Iraq had fired some Scuds, but did you get any warning here yourself?
Yes, sir.
Were there sirens
We were
blaring?
We were just given over over a radio that was carried around. There's enough radios for people to find out that there was a Scud alert.
And what did you do? I mean, how serious was this alert? What did you do after you heard it?
First reaction is to put your mask on, whether it's real case scenario or not. So I put my mask on.
Okay. So why don't you, can you describe for me what happened when the
Oh, okay.
alert
I was in the hooch, laying down. They came in, told me it was a Scud alert. I had my mask laying next to my bed ready. I got up, put my mask on, waited for further instructions.
Well, that's about it. Okay, your name is?
Senior Airman Reed Logan.
And how do you spell your name?
L-O-G-A-N.
And you're with the 71st?
Yes, I'm with the 71st AMU, 1st Tactical Fighter Wing.
All right.
Where are you from?
I'm originally from New York, but I'm with Langley at Air Force Base, Virginia.
Why don't you tell me about what happened last night?
Well, I wasn't on shift at the time, but we got woke up when all the jets cranked, and like I said, we launched out, and we were all pumped right from the beginning. We had a lot of good adrenaline going, and we knew they were going for a reason. We weren't just a regular launch. We knew that they were going in there to get Iraq.
When did you first realize that the United States was going to war?
This morning when they launched. It wasn't, you know, like I said, it was a no nonsense thing. They just come out, pilot showed, we launched, and we knew they were going. It wasn't a scheduled launch, it was just go.
And how did you feel when all that was going on?
I had big butterflies, the adrenaline was really going. I was feeling really hyped, I was ready to go. I was ready for anything.
Any second thoughts about what we have just done?
No, I don't think so. We gave them, like I said, all the chances we could. We gave them chances right up even until after the 15th. We told them, we'll give you every chance you can. If you want to pull out, please. He wouldn't do it, so we had to do what we had to do.
If you could make a wish right now about what may or may not happen in the next few days, what would it be?
Well, I wish that Iraq would, you know, Mr. Hussein would realize that he doesn't have a chance here, and that he would just say, hey, we'll call it quits. I'll leave. You guys can, you know, take off.
Sergeant, do you know what kind of punch these planes can deliver? What can they do?
These aircraft that we have, the F-15s, are air-to-air. The E models, which are here, they're more the air-to-ground. We would just fly a defensive role. We would go up with bombers and stuff like that and escort the bombers in, and you know, take out any air targets that were trying to get our bombers.
So you had strike aircraft here as well, the F-15Es?
No, just the C models.
Okay. First of all, what's your name and your rank?
I'm Lieutenant Colonel Don Kline, the 27th Tactical Fighter Squadron Commander.
Colonel, your name, can you spell your name for us, please?
K-L-I-N-E.
Colonel, first of all, tell us what happened last night.
Well, we got the execute order late yesterday afternoon, and we went through our mission planning and tried to get what sleep we could, and then got up early this morning, went and executed our mission.
And can you tell us something about what you did? Did you fly into Iraq? Did you escort a strike force? What did you do last night?
We flew into Iraq, and we did escort. We escorted a multinational force, and had the ability to go in there. I can't get into numbers of different type of aircraft or what targets were, anything like that. But we went in with a group of guys, and we got everybody out, and that was the most important thing to us. So our entire package got in and out, and we felt pretty happy about that.
Now, did you encounter any resistance?
We encountered a few airplanes coming up, nothing that really came close enough to us to deliver ordnance or anything. They were mainly coming up and going north. So they didn't come through to the south for us.
Colonel, why do you think that you didn't get any Iraqi planes coming up to intercept?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know if probably we were just lucky at the time frame where we went. I think our president and all of our command just needs to be extremely congratulated for that. They did a great job at tactical deception. It worked out perfectly. We didn't even know when we were going or how we were going to go. So I think they did a tremendous thing with that, and that type of work only can save lives. And I'm just proud to, as Punch, to be a part of this.
Now, did you see the attack itself? Did you see the strike on the target? Can you tell us anything about that, what you saw?
I saw the attack, and it was awesome. There were a lot of bombs going off.
What did it look like? What did it look like? Can you describe it?
It looks a lot like, you know, lights, flickering lights, like Christmas lights or something like that when the AAA's coming up. And then shortly after that, it looks like some big bomb fireworks or something like that going off. It was an awesome display. It truly was.
Now, did you hear from any of the pilots that you escorted, in the attack planes? Did they tell you anything about whether or not that they feel like they were on target?
No, we did not have the opportunity to discuss that. Frequencies are very busy, and that's something that you just don't even want to get out in the air. The big part is that the package is out. We get those kinds of words, and when they're coming outbound, then we feel pretty good, and nobody was down, and no beepers were going on guard or anything, so we felt pretty good that we got our package in and out.
Colonel, I'm assuming you guys are pretty well briefed on what you might encounter on your mission. Were you frightened at all when you were up in the air? Did you feel butterflies when you flew over Iraq?
You bet. You bet.
What did you feel?
It felt to me just like right before a big football game or something. I mean, you go to the bathroom 50, 60 times, and you can't do anything when you go. And you sit there and you try to go. You got the butterflies, you got the churn in your stomach. You don't know really what you're going to do. But it's just like a football game, too. Once you get airborne and you get the jet under you and you start feeling good, then you just start working your game plan. And it's just like a game there. First couple of plays of a big football game, you settle down, you feel a lot better.
When did you feel a little bit easier, like you were hitting your stride?
Well, probably on the way out. No, we felt good the entire time. When we first took off, and you can see we've got some weather here, and we had to find our tankers in the middle of the weather, and that wasn't a whole lot of fun. And once we found the tanker, and that worked out well, and got our gas, and then came over to our time to push into Iraq and everything, you start feeling pretty good and just start working it out at that point in time. For some reason, you lose your nervousness. When you look back at it, I don't know when I lost it. I just can't tell you because you're just up there doing your job.
Colonel, what was your scariest moment up there?
I don't know, probably the takeoff, I guess, I don't know. Scariest moment up there, we really did not have that much resistance to really get frightened. I would say that's a hard one to answer.
Well, how about, weren't you thinking at all perhaps about the possibility of surface-to-air missiles and that sort of resistance as opposed to interceptors?
You bet, and that hurts us a lot for the F-15 fighter. But We got up there, we got lit up by a couple of SAMs, but we, if they launched at us, they didn't come our way. So I don't assume they launched at us.
What does that mean, you got lit up?
Just with our electronic gear, it just lets us know that somebody's looking at you. RWR, it's a warning receiver type of thing.
But as far as you know, there were no SAMs launched at you?
Not that we know of.
And what about anti-aircraft fire? Any?
We saw some anti-aircraft fire. It was off from us quite a distance, you know, 8 or 10 miles, so it wasn't to us, but you could see it coming up.
And you said the Iraqi planes that took off came up and then headed north?
It seemed to from where we were, and it just seemed that they were headed north, but there were other things going on, and they were probably being vectored towards other things. I don't know. I have no idea, really.
Were you surprised at how little resistance you met?
Yes, I really was. I was surprised with that, but I mean, it's a brand new day, and the day's just dawning, and the Iraqis don't fly a whole lot at night, and that was a great way to begin this. And they don't do a lot of night flying, so we're into a day, and we're going to have to be extremely vigilant and keep our guard up as we go along with this thing. It's going to continue until it's done, and we need to be smart about it because, you know, one good thing, you can't get overconfident. It's almost like scoring an early touchdown or something. You get overconfident, they can still beat you 38-6 or something.
How did you feel when you're finally pulling back in safely?
I felt pretty good. I felt good, really, when we crossed the fence coming out. That was a good feeling because we knew we were back inbound, and that's when you could sit back and relax.
A lot of people, analysts have been saying, you know, the armchair journals have been saying that our Air Force could establish air superiority within 48 hours, maybe even less. You see anything up there to change your mind?
No, I don't. I think that we have got a tremendous